Sicily is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea. It constitutes an autonomous region of Italy, along with surrounding minor islands, officially referred to as Regione Siciliana. Sicily is located in the central Mediterranean Sea, south of the Italian Peninsula, from which it is separated by the narrow Strait of Messina. Its most prominent landmark is Mount Etna, the tallest active volcano in Europe, currently 3,329 meters high, and one of the most active in the world. The island has a typical Mediterranean climate. The earliest archaeological evidence of human activity on the island dates from as early as 12,000 BC. By around 750 BC, Sicily had 3 Phoenician and a dozen Greek colonies, and, for the next 600 years, it was the site of the Sicilian Wars and the Punic Wars, which ended with the Roman Republic's destruction of Carthage at the Battle of Carthage. Sicily frequently changed hands after the fall of the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD, and it was ruled during the early Middle Ages by the Vandals, Ostrogoths, Byzantine Empire, and the Emirate of Sicily. The Norman conquest of southern Italy led to the creation of the Kingdom of Sicily, which was subsequently ruled by the Hohenstaufen, the Capetian House of Anjou, Spain, the House of Habsburg, and then finally unified under the House of Bourbon with the Kingdom of Naples as the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. It became part of Italy in 1860 following the expedition of the Thousand, a revolt led by Giuseppe Garibaldi during the Italian unification, and a plebiscite. Sicily was given special status as an autonomous region after the Italian constitutional referendum of 1946. Sicily has a rich and unique culture, especially with regard to the arts, music, literature, cuisine, and architecture. It is also home to important archaeological and ancient sites, such as the necropolis of Pantalica, the Valley of the Temples, and Selininte. Geography. Sicily has a roughly triangular shape, earning it the name Trinacria. To the east, it is separated from the Italian mainland by the Strait of Messina, about 3 kilometers wide in the north, and about 16 kilometers wide in the southern part. The northern and southern coasts are each about 280 kilometers long measured as a straight line, while the eastern coast measures around 180 kilometers. Total coast length is estimated at 1,484 kilometers. The total area of the island is 25,711 square kilometers, while the autonomous region of Sicily has an area of 27,708 square kilometers. The terrain of inland Sicily is mostly hilly and is intensively cultivated wherever possible. Along the northern coast, the mountain ranges of Madoni, 2,000 meters, Nebrodi, 1,800 meters, and Peloritani, 1,300 meters, are an extension of the mainland Apennines. The cone of Mount Etna dominates the eastern coast. In the southeast lie the lower Hyblaean Mountains, 1,000 meters. The mines of the Enna and Caltanissetta districts were part of a leading sulfur-producing area throughout the 19th century, but have declined since the 1950s. Sicily and its surrounding small islands have some highly active volcanoes. Mount Etna is the largest active volcano in Europe and still casts black ash over the island with its ever-present eruptions. It currently stands 3,329 meters high. Though this varies with summit eruptions, the mountain is 21 meters lower now than it was in 1981. It is the highest mountain in Italy south of the Alps. Etna covers an area of 1,190 square kilometers with a basal circumference of 140 kilometers. This makes it by far the largest of the 3 active volcanoes in Italy, being about 2.5 times the height of the next largest, Mount Vesuvius. In Greek mythology, the deadly monster Typhon was trapped under the mountain by Zeus, the god of the sky. Mount Etna is widely regarded as a cultural symbol and icon of Sicily. The Aeolian Islands in the Mediterranean Sea, to the northeast of mainland Sicily, form a volcanic complex, and includes Stromboli. The three volcanoes of Volcano, Vulcanello and Lipari are also currently active, although the latter is usually dormant. Off the southern coast of Sicily, the underwater volcano of Ferdinandia, which is part of the larger Empedocles volcano, last erupted in 1831. It is located between the coast of Agrigento and the island of Pantelleria. The autonomous region also includes several neighboring islands: the Aegadian Islands, the Aeolian Islands, Pantelleria and Lampedusa. Rivers. The island is drained by several rivers, most of which flow through the central area and enter the sea at the south of the island. The Salso flows through parts of Enna and Caltanissetta before entering the Mediterranean Sea at the port of Licata. To the east, the Alcantara flows through the province of Messina and enters the Sea at Jardin in Naxos, and the Simeto, which flows into the Ionian Sea south of Catania. Other important rivers on the island are the Belice and Platani in the southwest. Climate. Sicily has a typical Mediterranean climate with mild and wet winters and hot, dry summers. On almost any average day, temperatures in Sicily may rise up to 44 degrees Celsius. According to the Regional Agency for Waste and Water, on the 10th of August 1999, the weather station of Catania recorded a maximum temperature of 48.5 degrees Celsius, which is the highest temperature ever recorded in Europe by the use of reliable instruments. The official European record, measured by minimum-maximum thermometers, is held by Athens, Greece, as Communications reported a maximum of 48.0 degrees Celsius in 1977. Total precipitation is highly variable, generally increasing with elevation. In general, the southern and southeast coast receive the least rainfall, and the northern and northeastern highlands the most. Flora and fauna. Sicily is an often quoted example of man-made deforestation, which has occurred since Roman times, when the island was turned into an agricultural region. This gradually dried the climate, leading to a decline in rainfall and the drying of rivers. The central and southwest provinces are practically devoid of any forest. In northern Sicily, there are three important forests near Mount Etna, in the Nebrodi Mountains and in the Bosco della Ficuse's natural reserve near Palermo. The Nebrodi Mountains Regional Park, established on the 4th of August 1993 and covering 86,000 hectares, is the largest protected natural area of Sicily and contains the largest forest in Sicily, the Caronia. The 100-horse chestnut in Sant'Alfio, on the eastern slopes of Mount Etna, is the largest and oldest known chestnut tree in the world at 4,000 years old. Sicily has a good variety of fauna. Species include Cerneco diletna, fox, least weasel, pine marten, roe deer, wild boar, crested porcupine, hedgehog, common toad, vipera aspis, golden eagle, peregrine falcon, hoopoe and black-winged stilt. Sicily is an important habitat for the survival of several species, an example being the subspecies of hooded crow Corvus cornix, which is only found in Sicily, Sardinia and Corsica. The Zingaro Natural Reserve is one of the best examples of unspoiled coastal wilderness in Sicily.